today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the DC Collectibles Batman Arkham Knight figure number 14, Harley Quinn. A very notable difference in this Harley Quinn versus some of the other game-based Harleys is that Harley here is depicted in her classic outfit, something that fans have been wanting to see for a very long time. Harley Quinn comes with a series of interchangeable hands, 4 in total, and also comes with her signature baseball bat. She is recommended for ages 14 and up, as some small parts are not for children under 3 years of age. The side of the box, much like the Joker we had a look at, she has her framed outline here of the character from the game. Then on the back, Series 4 consists of only 2 figures, one of which being the Joker we've already had a look at, and now Harley Quinn. Figure is sculpted by Joe Menna. And on the underside of the box, you can check out more from the folks over at DC Comics by heading over to www.dccomics.com. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. Will it be better than the Joker? I hope so. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at classic Harley Quinn from Batman Arkham Knight. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Sadly, Spot has to start this beginning of this review with her laying down because unfortunately she's got high heels. It's not going to get her to stand at all. Let's have a look at some of the accessories, then we'll have a look at the figure itself. She does come with her trusty and somewhat iconic baseball bat. The baseball bat, has a slight discoloring to it. It starts relatively on a brownish beige level, and then as you get predominantly closer to the larger end of the bat, you can see that it's been brushed with a darker, almost gray slash, well, it's almost like a dark gray or black wash to it. Gives it a little bit of age, gives it a little bit of wear look to it, that it's not a pristine looking bat. So I like that. Just have the spiraled effect, the candy cane striping, if you will, of a dark burgundy color that runs from about 2/3 of the way all the way up to the top where it's capped in that same color. Out of packaging, she does not sadly have the capabilities of holding the bat. They always package these figures a lot of times with closed fists. I don't know why they just don't, by default, package them with hands suited right away for holding said accessories. Fear not, collecting world. She does come with a pair of interchangeable hands, 2 partially open hands, perfect for holding the bat. If you want a little bit more clawing action, however, or just a pair of open palms, she does also come up with a pair of those as well, both red and black. Let's go ahead and switch the hand out. Just a simple wiggle, 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 pop that right out. And wiggle, 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 pop that back in. And you can now support the baseball bat. Luckily, the hands are pliable enough, but still provide a good gripping of the baseball bat where it doesn't sit too loose. It still sits loose, don't kid yourselves, but not at the level where you feel like the bat's gonna slip out of her hand. It's like it does a pretty good job of holding everything in place. She has just the right level of articulation as well, where I feel like it could have done a little bit better on articulation. You're not going to be able to get the iconic over-the-shoulder indication of a baseball bat like pose, but you can still get her wielding the baseball bat with the arms bent. Let's pull that out. Let's have a look at the figure. Spot being an avid Harley Quinn fan. Love Harley Quinn. My feelings on this figure, I think, generally are quite good. In fact, I'd almost say, strictly from a classic Harley Quinn figure, this might be one of the better ones. This might be one of the better ones, maybe the top 5 classic costumed Harley Quinns. And you think to yourself, well, there's a lot of classic Harleys out there. Not really. In fact, I think the last one we had a look at on this channel was the Icons Harley, the DC Icons Harley, which was okay. If that is the vein of collection that you're into, the slightly not quite 6-inch Icons line, there was a classic Harley Quinn, but you know, and then of course there was the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series Harley Quinn, which we've looked at as well, but that sort of caters itself to the animated treatment Harley, where it has a much more stylistic, cartoony design. Strictly speaking, from a more modern or realistic Harley Quinn, I might even say this one's the best. The DC Direct Hush Harley Quinn in her classic colors, I think, could be one of my favorite Harleys in that style. But this comes pretty close indeed. She has what you would imagine to be the Harley Quinn outfit with a shiny gloss treatment to it, which mimics really how you would imagine her outfit to be. Not so much in the matte finish, but if she was making this outfit for herself, as you probably have seen a lot of cosplayers do a Harley, generally when they do Harley in a Harley outfit, the outfit tends to be more shinier. Like that's the material that they have at their disposal. So it makes sense for me to have her more, especially from the black standpoint, having that material more shiny than the matte, more red coloring. Classic from head to toe, the offsetting black and red coloring. Of course, the black diamonds on the legs, the red diamonds on the flipped end on the black legs there, all add to classic Harley Quinn. The cuffs on her sleeves are nicely sculpted. As well, equally, the collar around her neck is also nicely done. Let's have a look at her face. This would be something that could make or break a figure. Obviously, you could have a great looking body on a figure, but if the face is meh, then the figure as a whole, if you ask me, is also going to be meh. This, I have to say, is a great face for Harley Quinn. One of the best. One thing that Harleys tend to be, and I'm not crazy about this, is areas around her mask. The areas of the mask itself are black, but just before you start getting to her eyes, she always tends to have the white paint on the interior rather than having black. This is one of the few exceptions where you have a modern take of Harley Quinn, but the black is continued in. As you can slightly see, it's taken as more of a darker gray, but it mimics the black of the mask quite nicely. And that's why I don't care for more modern drawings of Harley Quinn, because they always put the white around the eyes, not black. Black, I think, is the way to go. She has a really beautiful side profile. The lips are a nice ruby red to match the colors of the red in her Jester Harley Quinn hat here. And she's got the pom-poms. Paint quality, I don't see any imperfections. Even the thinnest band of silver has been omitted and been spared any sort of glopping paint or residual. It's actually come across quite nicely. Now for her posability, she's not as posable as I'd hoped. I think the one slight deal breaker, as I mentioned at the beginning when we had a look at this said bat, is I wish she had a double hinge on the elbow. That could have gone a long way, especially if you wanted to have the arm bent back and have her holding the bat, say, behind her neck, which I think would have looked great. You can't really accomplish that unless you kind of pose it from the side. You can get the bat into her hand like that, but you would have to almost tilt the hand slightly to the side and almost make use of the Jester pom-pom to kind of hold it into place like that, which I guess still gives her that Louisville Slugger pose. It's just not as bent back as I would hope. When it comes to the rest of her posability, let's break down that, shall we? Break it down like MC Hammer. She does have a ball joint in the head. Nice pivot point left and right, up and down. Hinged shoulders, full rotation there. She has a bend at the elbow, a full rotation on the forearm, and a full rotation on the wrists. You can probably see right away that she's not going to have any sort of ab crunch or waist swivel. A lot of that has been allocated to a great abdominal sculpt. As you can even see her abdomens there underneath what you could only imagine to be a really tight outfit. Then when you get to the legs, a little bit more limited again, but you can still get a good split on the legs. Forward and back motion, a double hinge knee, could have gone a long way up here. That's okay, double hinge knee. And she's also got a rotation of the foot, a hinge up and down. Let me also point out to the fact that she has no peg holes in the undersides of her feet, so if you're thinking to yourself, I'll just give her a display stand. No dice, no dice. Let's put the bat to the side. Let's move the accessories to the side and look at the disappointing Joker that we had to look at, and here's how the two figures stack up. By far, the greatest figure of this two duo review is this one right here. This one trumps Joker by a long shot. Joker could have had potential, but unfortunately his shirt just ruins what could have been a great sculpted figure. Harley Quinn, on the contrast, on the flip end of it, I think is awesome. It's just a great, great looking figure. If you're looking for Harley Quinns and you want a more classic Harley Quinn, because I mean she appears so frequently in these games as a different take, a different outfit, and certainly the classic tried and true outfit doesn't really surface that much in comic and video games medium. So when you do see them, you want to grab onto them as quickly as you can. This Harley Quinn, I think, is definitely a figure you're going to want to grab. Spot found this at his local comic book store. Certainly support your local comic book stores when you can. It allows you to get great pieces like this. This could be, I would even say, from a classic Harley, this could be one of the top 3 favorite Harleys in my collection. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the, I think this was figure number 14. It was figure 14, yes. Batman Arkham Knight from DC Collectibles. We were looking at classic Harley Quinn. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.